Hey, hope you're having a great day. Steam Next Fest is upon us, and it is one of my favorite times of the year where there are literally hundreds of games that you can play, try out, wishlist, follow, play the demos, and I'm so excited. It's going to be the October edition. It comes around every October, February, and June. So I have a PSA for a game that the fine folks at Monster Theater, the developers behind this game called Atomic Owl, allowed me to play a little bit early to show it off for you so you can get hands on it when it comes time for Steam Next Fest. And so what Atomic Owl is, it is a pixel art based single player side-scrolling roguelite that combines fast-paced platforming with dynamic hack and slash combat and a variety of weapons, power-ups, and a demon blade. Journey through the 8 roguelike zones, save your friends, and take up arms against Omega Wing. And this is a very good looking game. I've been seeing this on threads for a little bit, been following the devs at Monster Theater, and recently I was accepted into the Monster Theater Creator Program, which is awesome. So shout out to them again for allowing me to be a part of that, so I could do things like this, that I could show off the game a little bit early for you today and just kind of give you a PSA about what you're going to find in this demo and why I think you should wishlist it, why I think you should play the demo, and why I think you should follow the game entirely, wishlist it, and wait for it to come out. So what are you going to find in the demo of Atomic Owl? So it's actually a good representation of what this game is going to be about, because it's hack and slash, it's roguelite, there's a bits of elements in there, and so there's going to be broken up into 3 different levels. So the first level is kind of what you're seeing, not the first level, this is more the second level, but the first level is more of a conversation between your main character by the name of Hidalgo and Mezameta, which is your demonic sword. There's a whole story behind that. Your sword, who used to be your old sword, is transformed by this magical soup or gunk by the term of Meza, and you're trying to stop this evil crow by the name of Omega Wing, and all your friends have turned against you. So it's kind of a deep and varied story, which you kind of hint at the beginning of the game, and so it gives you a little bit of backstory, but it's mostly a conversation between them two that kind of gets the plot moving forward, and it gives you a tutorial about what the game mechanics are, which are you can jump, double jump, dash, use your sword, and you can also throw it. You can also collect things like Meza to increase your overall character level and also gain health, and each time you level up you gain a little bit more health. So you have this green bar below you and then the blue bar above. The green bar represents your experience, and then the blue bar represents your health. Each time you increase your level, you get more health. Bada bing, bada boom. And you have those 3 arrows up in the top left there that represent how many times you can throw or basically boomerang your sword, which will come back right back to you and allows you to chain through different enemies. So that's a good representation of what the tutorial would be. Then the second level is what you're actually seeing. It's kind of get you in what a typical level would be like, where you have kind of the hub. You're in this Bladewind City, which is where this level is at right now, and you're going through and you're fighting off different enemies. You're platforming, so you're using your dashes and also your jumps by platforming the various the parts of the level, talking to NPCs, going through, collecting Meza, and then eventually you will get things that are called wing remnants, which are essentially modifiers to things like your jumps, your attacks, your dashes, things like that as you go throughout the level. So a good representation of what you would find in a typical level in Atomic Owl. Finally, what you'll see, and I think the footage will pop up here pretty soon, what you will do is that you'll gather this red Meza-like soul, which will transform you into this thing called Void Crow, which is I guess an ability that gives you increased strength and invulnerability for a certain time. So it's a good representation of a super or ability that you will get later in the game. So don't know too much about that, but it just shows off like, hey, this is what you'll be able to do later on in the game. So again, there's three levels that represent some of the core elements of the game: conversations, plot, there's some bits of voice acting in there, tutorial, an actual level, and then some of your supers or abilities that you will get later on throughout that. And one of the things that I did not show off, which you just saw right there, is the thing that you can absorb the Meza to increase your experience points, and you've seen right there, they're wing remnants. So what I like about this game in particular, and what I liked about that from seeing it on threads, is that it's got a really cool neo cyberpunk aesthetic with all of these birds and different animals. So I really like it. It actually takes inspiration from Mega Man, Celeste, and Dead Cells, so it's great company to be in. So great inspiration to take from these different games. I love all 3 of those games. Love Mega Man. Celeste was one of my favorite games of 2023. And Dead Cells, I played that way back in the day. I haven't picked it up in a while, but I love Dead Cells. So any dev who is taking inspiration from those games, I think is in really good company. You have great inspiration to draw from, and I really like the aesthetic from the foreground to the background. Just everything I'm looking at just looks really cool. I just like it. It looks, I'm vibing really, really well, and it just looks really cool. The demo is actually pretty short. I think I got to this demo in about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So again, most demos, it's not a Metaphor ReFantazio, which has like a 9-hour demo, but again, that game is like gonna be 100+ hours long. But in any case, this is about like 10 to 15 minutes. You can probably play more if you want to replay it. So I think that is good. I like short and sweet. I'm a big fan of short and sweet. I don't like having my time wasted all the time. So I'm enjoying the fact that I can just play this, put it down, make some notes out of it, and then just be done with it and then move on and maybe come back if I want to. So I thought that was great. I love that. It's also playable on the Steam Deck right now, but I think the scaling is a little bit off. You can see the character model is a little bit smaller than what you are probably used to, because the camera is probably pulled way out, and so it'll look a lot more smaller, especially the text and all of the characters on the Steam Deck. So be aware of that if you're going to play this on the Steam Deck, but I think it works fine if you have a big enough monitor on a PC. There are no bugs and errors that I encountered, even though they mentioned that in some of the things that they sent us. There is voice acting, but it seemed like some of the voice acting, not all the audio was in of it. You'll hear Hidalgo and Mezameta go back in the voice acting, and the audio will match that, but sometimes it will not have audio and then it'll come back in. So that may be something that maybe not all the audio is in the demo. I don't know if that's a bug or an error, or that's just something that is not in there. If someone who from Monster Theater is watching this video, just note that some of the voice acting is not all the way there, even though it is there, and it kind of drops out in weird spots where Hidalgo will talk and then Mezameta will talk, and then vice versa, none of them will talk, or one of them will talk. So it's kind of weird that the voice acting was like that. But again, it's a demo. It's, you know, things to work on for the future. And I think there's some, they mentioned that there are some animation issues. I didn't really encounter any bugs or anything like that. So very good. The fact that other than the voice acting, which I encountered personally, I don't think there was any like major bugs or issues within this particular demo. And they've already released maybe like one patch on it so far. So I'm sure things, as we progress throughout this demo and then the game itself, we'll see more improvements in that. But man, I am enjoying this game already. I enjoyed the demo. I'm enjoying the aesthetic. I'm enjoying the music, which has very much like this cyberpunk, neo wave, synth wave vibe. So I'm in it. I'm ready for it. I want this game now. Can't wait for it. It comes out sometime next year. There's no full release date on it, but make sure to check out Atomic Owl, which comes out sometime in 2025. Keep it locked here on the channel. I'm definitely going to play more of it, especially when the game drops or when we have more info on it. And I will be sure to have a link to the description of this video, as well as a description of a video I'm going to put out after Steam Next Fest finish up, because I'm going to talk more about Atomic Owl then. So be sure to keep it locked here on the channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Basic Fun. My name is Shike, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.